Hello there, my name is Kyle Kusich, and today I will be introducing you to the Roadrunners. Today we will be telling you a little bit about ourselves, just so you can get a little background information on us and get to know us a little better. For example, when I was in first grade, when me and my friend were at my brother's baseball game, and we saw there was a bunch of sticks out beyond the outfield fence. So we went out there and we started to pile the sticks in a pile, and then I decided it would be a good idea to start throwing the sticks. So I threw some sticks, he put the sticks into a pile, and then we switched. I stood on top of the pile, making the pile taller, and he started to throw the sticks. That went south very fast, because one of the sticks that he threw hit me in the head, and it cracked my head open. And I had to be rushed to the emergency room to get staples in my head. While I had staples in my head, my brother had the bright idea of calling me Staplehead, and that nickname stuck with me for a few weeks, and that really hurt my feelings. So make sure you're paying attention to our past, because it can help you understand who and why we are who we are today. I have many other traumatizing stories if you want to hear them, or I could tell you some less traumatizing stories to save you my pain. Today we will be telling you a little bit about ourselves and how we expect our group to work, and a few things we've already discovered don't work in our group. Now that you know a little bit about me, it's time for you to meet another one of the Roadrunners, Liam Smith.
Hi, my name is Liam, and I'm going to be introducing Lily Hitchcock. Lily is 19 years old, and she is from Mount Shasta, California. She graduated from a high school of just 300 students, so that should go to show how big the town is. After high school, Lily attended College of the Skyus, where she played basketball and decided that her major was going to be natural science, and later she hopes to go into respiratory health. Her sophomore year, she transferred here to Butte, and she's finding both the basketball and the academics to be much more engaging and focused, which she really likes. She moved down here for school. She's living in an apartment with two roommates, and she's finding it not as exciting, living on her own, she's finding it not as exciting as she thought it was going to be, just because it's the middle of a global pandemic and she can't go out and meet any new people, which sucks. Um, and she really likes to play sports and go on adventures like hiking and road trips, which is something that I like to do as well. And something else that we have in common is that we are both very much homebodies. She likes to, binge Netflix, all that kind of stuff. And she values her family time a lot, and she tries to go back whenever she can. Um, and after she gets her degree, she's planning to travel the world and see things that she wouldn't otherwise see. So as for our group name, when we were deciding on a group name, we decided that it should be some sort of animal. So we threw around the bears, the coyotes, the capybaras, but eventually we just decided on the Roadrunners, because that's the Butte College mascot, and we were just proud to be Butte students. And so as for how we communicate with one another, so because of the current circumstances, we can't meet physically at all. We only can do virtual meetings and, communicate in a group chat as well. And we've done one Zoom meeting prior to presenting. We also got in a Zoom meeting to discuss the presentation. Um, but it's shown us that just one Zoom meeting really isn't enough. This presentation has, we've run into some speed bumps along the way. Um, but it's just a learning experience. We just know now that we can't really just communicate in group chats anymore. So now Lily is going to be talking about me and Kyle.
My name is Lily Hitchcock, and for my portion of the project, I'm going to be introducing Liam Smith and Kyle Kusich. To start off, I'm going to introduce Liam. Liam is 19 years old, and he's from Santa Cruz, California, but he moved back to Chico for school. He's a computer science major and also a sophomore. He withdrew for a semester at Chico State and decided to get most and the rest of his associate's degree at Butte this semester. This is his first time living on his own, and he really loves it. He finds it to be really liberating. He also lives in an apartment with two of his roommates that he's really good friends with and that he likes, so that makes it easier. He also likes to read. His favorite author is Stephen King, and he wouldn't have wanted to even get into the horror genre if it wasn't for him. He really enjoys hiking, and he says the views at the end always makes the difficulty of the hike worth it. He also likes to play video games, and he thinks that's helped pass a lot of the time during quarantine. With quarantine still being a thing for some, recently he has liked to make most of his meals on his own. He likes to cook a lot, and he recently made a deep dish style pizza completely from scratch, so that's been one of his bigger hobbies. And then for Kyle, some interesting facts about him is he has played baseball for 13 years. He just turned 18 a few weeks ago. He thinks he's very messy. But once he starts something, it has to be perfect. He's a very picky eater, but he really loves In-N-Out. He has one dog. He loves to do water sports. He's very friendly, and he loves to play PlayStation, and I think that video games help pass the time. A little story about Kyle is when he was in 6th grade, he ran up a slide and split his leg open and had to go to the hospital because he was bleeding so much. But other than that, I'm going to pass it on.
Hello again. I'm back because Eric was unable to introduce Edgar O'Haron. Edgar was born on November 4th, 2001, which makes him 18 years old. He has a mom and a dad, as well as a younger sister and an older brother. He has always lived in Chico, and he went to Chico High. He used to play football for Chico High, but now instead of playing football, he just watches football. His favorite team is the Green Bay Packers. One of Edgar's many hobbies includes barbecuing and spending time with his Siberian Husky. With many things going on in his life, he sometimes likes to relax and play video games on his Xbox, or he likes to go fishing. He currently works at an almond ranch, which he enjoys even though the work is hard because he gets to spend a lot of time with his friends because they also work there. Edgar has said that he likes to travel, and he has been to many states, although his favorite is Wyoming, because whenever he visits Wyoming, he goes fishing with his friends. He also says that Montana is really good because they serve fantastic buffalo burgers. Overall, Edgar seems like a pretty cool dude, and I'm really glad that we're in the same group. I will now be passing it over to Edgar himself.
My group member, Eric Rowland, was born June 9th, 2002, which makes him 18 years old. He has been living in Willows all his life with his mom and 3 other siblings. He also attended Willows High, where he was part of many activities and clubs like FFA, band, and tennis. One of his hobbies is that he likes to listen and make new music with his friends and upload it to SoundCloud. Eric says he has always had a passion for music and he hopes to make a career out of it, being an A&R or working on music production. Eric stated that his favorite rapper to listen to is Kendrick Lamar. When he wants to wind down, he plays video games with his friends and reads something new that's happening in the world or just something that seems interesting, because he's always and naturally curious. He also loves to travel. He has always been out of state a handful of times, but each time he says that it is an amazing experience, and his favorite trip was when he went to Nashville, Tennessee with his FFA club. His favorite thing about Nashville was walking through downtown, hearing all the music being played from the bars and seeing the city light up with neon lights at night. I think Eric seems like a cool guy to be around, and I'm glad he's part of our group. Eric, Kyle, Lily, Liam, and I have learned that group work takes effort, coordination, and planning because of our wildly varying schedules. We have also learned that not meeting once a week has caused us to be less effective in communication, and we will work to change that moving forward.